Subscribe Premium Learning's YouTube channel and click the bell icon to receive updates about videos for your career growth. Hi, this is Sudhanshu and you're watching Premium Learnings. So today's question is how many ways you can call an Apex code. So there are multiple ways. I'm mentioning most of the ways which you might have heard of and which is the most popular ones. If you know any more ways of calling Apex, please do mention in the comment section. I'll try to include them in my next video. So according to me, there are primarily 11 ways of calling an Apex code. The first one is definitely based on the DML event, which we know as Apex triggers. Second one is when you want to call an Apex code on a separate thread at a later time, we call it future methods. Basically, it is used for parallel processing or to increase the governor limits. There are various implementations of future methods. Then comes whenever you want to chain your jobs. That means you want to complete one business execution after another, and you need to chain up a set of Apex logic. You will use Queueable Apex. It is said to be an extension of future method which has more features inbuilt in those methods. Then comes the bulk data processing in terms of batches. Whenever you are handling a huge set of data, that is millions of records, then the normal Apex calling will not help because you get stuck in governor limits. Then you need to use batch Apex. Batch Apex is a special type of asynchronous Apex which will help you to process huge set of data. And whenever you want to call your Apex logic on a specific time, that is like calling a particular piece of logic at 6 o'clock every day or 6 o'clock every week or every Monday, then you will go for schedulable Apex. It is also a kind of asynchronous Apex method which can help you to schedule your Apex logic on a specific time. If you want to handle inbound emails coming into the system according to a custom logic, then you will use Apex email services. So there are certain Apex interfaces which are provided to you which can help you to handle inbound emails. Then comes external system contact, or if you want to send some information to an external system, or some external system want to utilize Salesforce to get information, then you need to use Apex Web Services. Then comes the business logic which is used to support the custom UI, that is Visualforce Pages or Lightning Components or LWC. We use Apex custom controller classes which will help us to execute the business logic whenever you click on a button or you click on a link or you want to render something on the page. Then definitely the unit testing classes which we call as test coverage classes in Salesforce. Sometimes we need to use Apex code without any body. So in developer console, there is an option to run anonymous blocks where we can run Apex code without any specific body, which can help us to either test our Apex code or to run certain logics just on click of an execute button. And at the end, the very common one, the reusable code, which is called as Apex utility classes, which you can write to support reusable code, which can be utilized in triggers or in controllers in multiple ways. So specifically the backbone of Apex class or any object oriented programming class, the reusability concept. So these are the 11 different ways where you can utilize Apex execution. So whenever you are answering this question, make sure you remember all those points and you should have certain examples for each point. So thank you for watching this video till the end. All the very best for your interviews.